said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on last year's national champions, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Football with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Underwood. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Scrambling away. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Interception! You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Using his feet to buy time. The throw. It's complete.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll try to do it himself. At the 20, he's got space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on the critical down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on 3rd down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. That's caught. It's Moffitt. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Now on first down from the 28. Dropping back, it's Reed. Quickly out to the tight end. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Craver. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with.
He's loose on the right. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Aggies will have it 1st and 10. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Gonna let it fly. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Aggie!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the run, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Lost a throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the 1st.
Fires to the big fountain. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Steps away to find some room. He's going to take off. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get 1st downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Hit a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Williams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Unloads to the right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Back to pass, it's Reed. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bussey.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. All down, Liddell move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. There we go. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Underwood. Got a man, it's Marsh. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense was ready for go-bus. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Finds the tight end. At the 45, on his way. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Under fire. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. From the gun, looking for a man. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He nails it. A 58-yard field goal.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. One more snap coming before halftime. Using his feet. Quarterback gets the first down. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He'll run it again. Hard running there. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Caught in the backfield. It's Beebe. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Price.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Price. There he goes to the
come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Wake Forest is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing on the basketball court with the Deacs. They're up 14 over Akron. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll start this drive with a pass. Keeps looking downfield. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off. But I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Going back to the well, another deep ball.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target, and as a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
And the Wolverines will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Bringing it back. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Aggies! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Michigan offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Sweet cut there. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Cleescorn. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Breaks into the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
To throw, it's Underwood. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Off play action on first down. Moving away from pressure. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. To the air on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Pulls it in down the middle. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Still looking on the move. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.